Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new, my name is Marissa, also known as Homemaking with Marissa. Today's video is going to be 10 tips on how to achieve your goals. I am filming this at the end of 2020 and have recently sat down and figured out what goals I would like to set for the year 2021. My first tip is to write down your goals. It doesn't matter how big or how small the goal is. I find that you are far more likely to actually achieve your goal if you take the time to write them down. My second tip is to track your progress. A lot of goals are something that can't be achieved in a short period of time. It's not something that you can reach in a week or a month. For some of us, it's going to take the entire year and beyond to reach our goals. It's important to make sure that you are documenting and tracking the progress that you're making along the way so that you can see the steps you're taking and the progress that you're making towards reaching your goals. My third tip is to review your goals monthly. I have done an entire video on my planner. I use this planner and monthly do checks to see what type of progress I am making towards reaching my goals, review what I need to do over the course of the next month to be successful, and what action plans I'm going to put into place to reach those goals. My fourth tip is to start small. If I have a goal of doing yoga every day of the week, I'm not going to just January 1st immediately start now 7 days a week. I am doing yoga every single day. I will start out by saying this week I am going to do yoga twice this week. And in the next month, I am going to work up to doing yoga 4 times a week. In the next 6 months, I will be doing yoga 6 times a week. It doesn't really matter what increments and intervals you use to step into each goal. I have just found that for long-term success, it works out better if I don't just dive all in and I start to gradually make changes towards reaching my goal. Number 5 is to also be thinking long-term. Be thinking 1 year, 5 year, 10 years out, and what steps you need to be taking now to have success 10 years from now. One of my husband and I's goals is to pay off our house before we are 40. Now, if we're going to do that, we have to start planning now. We can't just at 39 and a half decide, well, now we need to start putting extra money towards the house. If we're going to actually attain this goal, I'm 34 years old. If we're going to reach the goal of me paying off the house before age 40, that means I need to start planning now how I am going to be able to allocate extra money. If you're looking for a promotion within your job, if this is your ultimate desire of what position you'd like to be in, oftentimes you're not going to go from here up to here. It's going to be a gradual process of multiple promotions, and it's a good idea to outline, what am I going to do in the next year? What am I going to do in the next 5 years? What's my plan 10 years out? And to be thinking further ahead. Number 6 is to ask yourself why you even want to reach this goal. I find that if I set a goal that isn't really important to me, but I just think that it sounds good, or it's my ideal version of myself, but it's not the reality of who I am, that I'm not going to be successful. With each goal, I ask myself, why is this important, and how is it going to make me feel when I achieve this goal? I will then decide, is this really something that is important to me and that I am going to be able to commit to and dedicate myself to putting in the work it's going to take to reach that goal. Number 7 is to assess any obstacles that you've had and come up with a solution. By doing these monthly checks of your goals, you can get an idea of what different obstacles you have run into, and not only be able to assess those obstacles, but come up with solutions of how you're going to either prevent them from happening in the future or how you're going to overcome them to continue to make progress. Number 8 is not to be afraid to change your goal as life progresses. When my husband and I first got married, we had this goal of owning a beach house. We would go to the beach periodically on vacation and were enamored with the idea of owning a beach house. probably 5 years into our marriage, we no longer liked going to the beach. It wasn't a place that really sparked joy for us. And therefore, we had to reevaluate. Is saving money and making these other financial steps towards this goal of owning a beach house really something that we want to do? And for both of us, we decided that was no longer a goal of ours. We sat down, reassessed what we wanted to do, and decided on a completely different area that we wanted to buy a vacation house. And because we are in our early 30s, it's very likely that even that spot could change. We do think that owning a vacation home is something that we would like to do, and that is the overarching goal. But being so specific in exactly where we want to buy one is something that has progressed and changed as our life has changed. Number 9 is to celebrate successes. I think that sometimes we just get into the slump of we haven't hit the full goal, so therefore we haven't been fully successful. If in most cases, you're stair-stepping through the process of actually fully reaching a goal. And I think that it's important to celebrate those wins. If I use yoga as an example because that's a goal that I'm specifically focusing on being more consistent about integrating into my life in the coming year. I had told myself that if I do yoga for the designated time I had set for a full month, I would buy myself a new yoga mat. And it doesn't have to necessarily be something that you're purchasing for yourself, but just find a way that you can celebrate the small wins and the small successes that you have while going through the journey of fully reaching a goal. My 10th tip is to set your next goal. Once you reach a goal, don't be afraid to set your next goal. I think that we should always be learning, we should always be growing, and we should always be striving for more throughout the entire course of our life. Sometimes the fear of failure, or even sometimes the fear of success, can hinder us from being willing to put ourselves out there and set the next goal. I would challenge you to fight against that and not to be fearful of setting a goal that might feel unattainable. Just go through the process of writing it down, mapping it out, setting those baby steps, walking slowly through your goal, overcoming obstacles, and don't be afraid of dreaming big and setting that next goal for yourself. If you would like to watch a detailed video of all of the goals that I have set for 2021, I will go ahead and link that video for you right here. I will have an additional video for you here, and if you haven't done so already, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on my face here. I hope that you are all staying happy, healthy, and having a prosperous 2021. Bye!